Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center. It's just after 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, July 3rd, coming on to give you the very latest on extremely dangerous Category 4 Hurricane Beryl that is closing in on Jamaica this morning. Currently centered about 75 miles to the southeast of Kingston. You can see the center of circulation here, not as well defined of an eye as we saw yesterday, but still an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 145 miles per hour moving off to the west-northwest, quickly still at 18 miles per hour. Data from the Hurricane Hunter aircraft show that hurricane force winds are just offshore of the eastern tip of Jamaica this morning. You can see heavy rainfall beginning to spread across Jamaica, heavy rainfall continuing in places like the southwestern peninsula of Haiti with life-threatening flooding there. There are going to be multiple life-threatening hazards that are going to play out over the next 6 to 12 hours across Jamaica, so we're going to cover those now. We're going to have the core of a major hurricane pass near or over the southern portion of the island. And with the high topography of Jamaica, we could see gusts well into Category 3 or Category 4 hurricane range across much of the island here in the next few hours. So everybody on Jamaica wants to be in their safe place, be planning to shelter in place for the remainder of the day, well into tonight. We're also very concerned the potential for life-threatening storm surge inundation, especially along the southern coast here, with the strong flow in the northeastern eye wall of the storm is going to push water levels of 6 to 9 feet above normal tide levels into these bays and places like Kingston to the west down here along the southern coast. That's going to, and the potential for destructive waves on top of that storm surge is going to create life-threatening conditions there. And on the rainfall front, we're expecting widespread rainfall totals of 4 to 8 inches across Jamaica with the potential for isolated amounts as high as 12 inches. And that's going to cause life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides across much of the island. We're still seeing very heavy rainfall also in portions of southwestern Haiti this morning. That's going to continue through the day today and produce those life-threatening conditions as well. Now, let's talk a little bit about when conditions might start to improve in Jamaica. We still have the center passing just west of the island by this evening. But those conditions are strong winds, rainfall, storm surge are going to continue into the evening hours. Conditions may finally start to improve overnight tonight and into early Thursday. But just downstream from there, now we're going to talk about what's going to happen in the Cayman Islands where we have hurricane warnings in place. Center is expected to pass near or over portions of the Cayman Islands overnight tonight and early Thursday. We could see 2 to 4 feet of storm surge above normal tide levels in the Cayman Islands. Very heavy rainfall as well, 2 to 4 inches, isolated amounts as high as 6. So again, the potential for expecting a major hurricane to pass near or over portions of the Cayman Islands tonight, and expecting Beryl to approach the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, Belize as a hurricane as we go from Thursday night into Friday morning. We now have a hurricane warning from Puerto Costa Maya down to up to Cancun, with hurricane watches and tropical storm warnings on either side of that for the Mexican portion of the east coast of the Yucatan, tropical storm watch for portions of the coast of Belize, and now a tropical storm watch issued for the northern coast of the Yucatan and the western coast as well. But again, expecting hurricane conditions within that hurricane warning area as we go from Thursday night into Friday morning. We could see storm surge inundation of 3 to 5 feet above ground level within that hurricane warning area in the Yucatan. 4 to 6 inches of rainfall, isolated rainfall amounts as high as 8 inches across the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and northern portions of Belize. Then beyond that, we're expecting Beryl to move over the Gulf of Mexico as we go from late Friday into the weekend as a tropical storm initially, but expected to re-strengthen to a hurricane in the western Gulf and potentially affect northeastern Mexico, South Texas as we go from Sunday into Monday. So these areas we'll want to watch with the potential for tropical storm conditions arriving as early as Sunday morning. So again, folks, in Texas in particular, as we move into the July 4th holiday weekend, you're going to want to check in for updates to the forecast on Beryl as we go through the next few days. But again, let's step back and talk a minute about the key messages. First, we're most concerned about Jamaica, where we're expecting devastating hurricane force winds, life-threatening storm surge, and damaging waves to overspread the island in the next few hours and continue into this evening. Everybody in Jamaica needs to be in their safe place and be prepared to stay there for the next, at least the next 12 hours. We're expecting those same hazards, dangerous hurricane force winds, storm surge, heavy rainfall to spread into the Cayman Islands tonight. And going back to Jamaica, mountainous areas in particular are expected to receive destructive wind gusts at those higher elevations, and that's going to cause significant damage there. Again, life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides from heavy rainfall expected over Jamaica today and portions of southern Haiti as well. Damaging winds, a dangerous storm surge, and heavy rainfall expected over portions of the Yucatan Peninsula and Belize beginning Thursday. As Beryl approaches the area as a hurricane, we get again the hurricane warning in place for portions of the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, and we could still see impacts from Beryl over the western Gulf of Mexico, northeastern Mexico, Texas, as we go through the weekend. And interest in those areas are going to want to pay attention to the progress of Beryl as well. Again, conditions in Jamaica are going to rapidly deteriorate over the next few hours, so please stay safe. Listen to any advice you're given by your local officials, and heed any orders that they give you, and stay in your safe place for the next 12 hours at least. So please come back to the National Hurricane Center, to hurricanes.gov. We'll be updating information on Beryl throughout the day. Please check in for more later. I'm Mike Brennan here. And for more later, I'm Mike Brennan here at the National Hurricane Center.